In this video, I will show you how successful digital agencies launch their own marketing platforms in minutes using Vbout. Now you see there are different levels of white labeling a system. So I'm going to break it down to you so you're fully aware of your options here. The first white labeling layer is white labeling the links and the tracking. Most systems that you use when you are launching an email campaign, newsletter, setting up automation, mass SMS, whatever it may be, they swap your links that you include with their own trackable link. It could be just a random URL that they use just for the purpose of tracking. Now, in Vbout, we use the same method, but we do allow you to change those URLs to include your brand. If you're an agency and you would like to do that, navigate to your settings, white label option, and under the vanity URL, activate this option. That's the first step. Then you choose your domain of choice. I highly recommend using something short. So buy a domain. It doesn't have to be .com, whatever it is, .io, .sit, .co, as long as it's short and it doesn't, you don't want to use something very long, then the structure of the URL will be extremely long, okay? The second or the third setup here is taking the snippet of code that we give you and adding it to your htaccess. So you need to have your file manager, you need to have htaccess installed. If you are using a website builder, you might not have this option, just so we are fully transparent on this thing. Now, it's not a big deal if you cannot set up vanity URLs to include your own brand link in there, because what we use does not lead to a website. So with that, it is an option. I highly encourage you exploring it. Just make sure you do not activate it unless you check the setup and it's 100% working. I'm going to turn it off for the sake of this demo. Now, the second level of white labeling that we offer you, which is really cool, is the ability to swap the default Vbout link to access the dashboard with your own link. So I'll show you an example. If I want to log into Vbout right now, what I have to do is type in the link app.vbout.com. I don't want that. So instead, what I can do, I can swap that with your own domain, right? So it looks and it feels exactly like your own brand. And to do that, just make sure you have that option available on your plan. Go to the domain alias and install or choose your subdomain of choice. It could be a www, that means a root domain. But in this case, a lot of companies, they use something like portal dot, your domain, dashboard dot, app dot, whatever it is you preference. We give you a CNAME to install. Don't mind this one, you will get your own. And then you add the CNAME, very simple, about a minute setup, as long as you have DNS access, and you are good to go. The SSL will be installed from our side, all that stuff taken care of. Now we give you an option to log out and redirect. So when your end users or clients log out of their instance, obviously we don't want to take them back to Vbout website, so we let you specify where to send people to. So this is an example of a white labeled URL. Let me show you right here. It says portal.leadbuffer.com. Now here's the cool thing. This page is also customizable with the logo in the background and the button color. So how do I do this? Navigate your way to branding right here, the middle option. And all you got to do is activate the white label. We have a lot of options for you here. So I'm going to start with the simple one. The first option is white labeling the left color, the top, and the logo. So there are optional right here, dashboard logo. That's the one you see on the top left. Ideally, a clear PNG. You also have access to your favicon, so you can white label that little logo that shows up next to the tab. Right now, it's not showing anything, but if you want to have your logo in there, you can also upload it. All right, so this is the top bar color. I can change it around to my own color code if I want to. The sidebar color, customizing the skin for the sign up and the login. So not only this can be customized, but also the sign up. So if I am to create my own custom plans, and I'm going to use a random link here. Signing up and becoming a client can also be white labeled here. So you will notice this is also following your own logo. You will notice there are terms of services and privacy policy. Okay, these can be controlled right from your dashboard. So if I want to access that, I have an option to do it under my white label. All I have to do is go to my partner portal, click on edit settings, and right here it says the terms of services and privacy policy. So we let you control this to hyperlink it back to your own. Okay. Obviously, make sure you have these set up and your terms of services, the data protection agreement, and all of that are in place. All right, few more options here for you when it comes to white labeling. This is really important, guys, because a lot of companies, they think just white labeling is as simple as changing logos, but what we let you do is change or disable the help section so it doesn't have references back to us, and also disabling the chatbot. I showed you right here when I was trying to log in, there was a chatbot that showed up. If you want to disable that for your customers so there are no mentions to vBout, you can also shut this down. We give you a space where you can install your own chat script and pass along some variables, because if you are familiar with chat support bots, usually they capture the persons who are logging in via variables. So we let you customize it, and it's available right here. So these are the 3 levels, or the 3 different ways you can white label the system with vBout in just a few minutes. Thank you.